brake late here a little bit and turn in. And the turning is, I mean, it doesn't feel heavy. Obviously you can tell if you push it, but the all-wheel drive there helps you get out of the corner. You have to put traction down really nice, and this thing just tracks well. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. This is Peter. In today's video, we're going to get behind the wheel of this 2024 Ford Edge SEL. Now, for a time, I thought I was going to make something with a newer or updated Ford Edge, but unfortunately not. Ford has given us this Ford Edge until the end of January 2024, as that's where they have announced that they're going to end production. Now, first, guys, before we go on, I want to give a big shout out to Barto Ford for allowing me some time with this brand new, basically almost rolled off the truck 2024 Ford Edge. Big thank you to Tim, and I'll put all their information in a link to their website in the description below. So here we have a 2024 Edge SEL. Now, of course, this is going to be definitely the last year that Ford is making this Ford Edge. This is kind of the, I would say a lower trim, but more of a mid-sized level trim. There are 5 trims to the Edge. We got the SE, SEL, ST line, we got the Titanium, and the ST, which is the performance version of the Ford Edge. Now, this one that we have with us here, the SEL, is basically pretty much lower level, but you got, you know, we got your 12-inch screen, we got all-wheel drive included with this one. This one has a convenience package. We give you the sunroof, you got the wireless charging pad inside. But here we have really nice 18-inch wheels. These 18-inch wheels are wrapped around 245 millimeter Michelin Latitude all-season tires. So the wheel is really nice. I like the design of the wheel, and then it is an 18-inch. Looks kind of smaller, but it is an 18-inch wheel. But it's still a really cool, you know, still a very decent looking SUV, even though considering its age. It's almost about 10 years old in its design. But obviously we got a LED taillights here in the back. We got, of course, a little bit of aluminum here at the bottom. Still a very decent one. What a lot of people like about this one is it's got plenty of room. It's still decently priced compared to the competition. Got plenty of room inside. Still some modern amenities inside with the 12-inch screen. And for the power, of course, you got the 2-liter Ecoboost engine with about 250 horsepower powering this SEL, and it's going to the all-wheel drive, intelligent all-wheel drive system that this gives you as standard. Guys, really nice grille, as you can see. Got a bit of aluminum grille. We got daytime running lights as well, done in LED, as well as the headlights, and as well as the fog lights here at the bottom. Really nice at the front end. Still kind of modern-ish. Still kind of holds its own, considering this thing's about 10 years old since it was designed. What has Ford changed for 2024? Really, there's no changes at all to the colors or the trims or anything like that. Maybe Ford later on, by the end of production, might come up with something special as they usually do. But for right now, the only difference for the 2024 is that you're gonna get extended subscription services, whether it's the basically the Sirius radio or the navigation. Either basically that's the only changes that Ford has done for the 2024 model. Now let's go and take a quick look. You might see a reflection here for you guys here, but we have here the 2024 sticker. If you see it, I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you guys. But this is an SEL 2024 all-wheel drive. This one starts at right around $39,565. This one's priced exactly at $45,000. The only options on this one is the Star White, which is just a $1,000 option. The convenience package is $1,250. We got the Vista sunroof, which has got the panoramic sunroof for $1,600, and $100 for the spare tires. So this gives you a total of $45,000 for this Ford Edge, which is not a bad. I mean, considering what you get, I mean, yes, it's dated, but you still get a very roomy, pretty efficient, and pretty decently quick SUV. Now, as I mentioned, part of that convenience package here, we got the key with us here, open, close. We got remote start. We got basically double click for your rear hatch opening. As you can see, we got a reverse camera. So coming here today, we got about 39 cubic feet of space, which is pretty good size. This is a much bigger, almost the size of a Ford Explorer. Really plenty of room to put a lot of stuff here. As you can see, you can put the seats down. These are about a 20/80 split. You can put them down and have a lot more room. Over here, of course, you got plenty of room. You got just a little carpet here. We got some hooks. We do have a bit of light here, as you can see, and we do have a 12-volt connection as well, and we do have seats that go down as well here, as you can see, that help you down. So that's great to have if you're gonna have a little help just to put the seats down. Obviously here at the bottom we got your $100 spare tire that we have here. It's a smaller tire, but we have a little more compartments where you can put some extra things for storage. As you can see, that's pretty cool to have. So overall, it's not bad. Plenty of space overall for us for this, and that's what a lot of people like about this Ford Edge. It's got really roomy back seats, really roomy back hatch area, and for the price, it's not bad at all. Obviously, we can put this down, but you can use just to press the button here, or use the key as well to bring down the hatch. And obviously for towing purposes, I believe this Ford Edge is around 3,000 pounds of towing if you want to tow, or you get it with a tow package. I'll put all the information for you guys up on the screen. Now heading to the hood of this Ford Edge, let's go ahead and bring the hood up. As you can see, Ford did put hydraulic shocks on this one. Thank you very much for putting those. So here we have the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged Ecoboost engine. This is producing 250 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque, of course, going to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Then this is heading to an Untitled all-wheel drive system. Of course, the system is basically just a front-wheel drive biased. The rears are just there to basically help you out in case you lose traction to the front wheels. But overall, it's a pretty good system that Ford gives you, and that's a standard system on all Ford Edges. Now, of course, this is the only power plant through all the titanium SE, SEL ones. If you want to go to a more potent power plant, you have to go to the ST performance model, which gives you the 3-liter, I think it was a 2.7-liter, 334 horsepower twin turbo V6. So that's basically your next upline, which better suspension, all that kind of stuff, and that gives you a 7-speed automatic. So, but I guess here we go. This is your power plant for this Ford Edge, and let's go ahead and drop the hood and head to the front. And just a quick review of this interior of this Ford Edge. As you can see, this is equipped with the ebony kind of imitation leather here in the back, which is still really nice. Obviously, this does not feel super hard. This is pretty nice plastic. Over here we got some imitation leather. Really simple, very simple. Just a bit of aluminum, plastic aluminum, just some small spaces to put here. Let's go ahead and grab inside. Let's go ahead and put the seat up. The seats came down a little bit before. So as you can see here, we have a center armrest with cup holders there. Now this leather feels really nice. It's really nice as it feels. Obviously it's imitation leather, what they call a leather X. Really nice. Let's go ahead and grab inside. Now here in the back of this Ford Edge, as you can see, there's plenty of room, really roomy here. Now the seats are available with a bit of adjustment as well. There's a little handle here on the side which you can adjust them, and you can bring them back a little more, put them forward. So really nice adjustments to this, and you can lean them back pretty nice for a comfortable ride. Plenty of space. As you can see, the seats are pretty much well set back, and it's still got at least a couple of inches there of space. I'm about 5'11", so there's plenty of headspace, even with the sunroof here, even with the panoramic sunroof that this has option with. Now coming here to the center console, we got 2 AC outlets, and we have a couple of USB connections, and also a 3-prong connection here for a household connection. And we have a little bit of storage space here, as you can see. But other than that, a couple of storage spaces or storage bags here behind the seats. And overall, pretty nice interior. This is kind of a whitish light gray headliner, as you can see, but very nice overall. And here's the interior of this Ford Edge. But still, people buy them. Still a decent buy for this Ford Edge. Should be in plenty of space as well to be had on this one. So all right, let's head to the front. All right, heading to the driver's side of this Ford Edge. Now as you can see, the same type of onyx black leather here, just a little bit soft leather here. This is still not hard. This is pretty decently a little bit soft, but it looks good, same as the back. We got controls for your windows and mirrors, and of course your locks here, and a bit of speaker there as well. And coming here, you guys, we got some cup holders here, and coming here to the seats, these are, I believe, 8-way power seats that we have on this SEL. Really nice leather seats. The seats feel really nice, and this leather kind of works, really like it. Of course, coming here, we got just a single plastic covered steering wheel, bit of aluminum there, plastic aluminum controls for that. We got controls for your lights and some switches for your traction control and rear hatch and lights, and overall not bad at all. I mean, you still got some pretty decent, this is still pretty soft materials here, so of course still using a little bit of this decently quality stuff for the interior. So let's go ahead, guys, and jump in. So coming inside of this Ford Edge, as you can see, it's a really nice interior. Still, considering it's about 10 years of when it was designed, it still looks pretty decently modern. Ergonomics are still very good. Visibility is excellent, and especially with this panoramic sunroof. Really like it. And I mean, you can see it's still this got soft materials here. There's a bit of darkish gray material. Of course, the glove box is a good size there. Recently stuffed there. So let's go ahead, before we go on, let's go ahead and turn this one on, press our brake, and hit the stop start button there to get all the systems started and get some AC going, because it's quite hot here today in Florida. It's rained a little bit before, and now the humidity is just heading up. Yes, we're a little low on gas, but we're okay. All right, so now we have everything turned on. Before we shut down the door, let's go ahead and rev this in a little bit, see if we can hear that Ecoboost. Looks like the revs are hanging a little bit there. Kind of interesting. But it does sound pretty decently. You cannot hear any type of turbo whistle or anything like that. It's just a simple straight 4, what it really sounds like. Let's go ahead and close the door. and get a little bit of AC going, because it's quite hot here in Florida right now. The humidity is really going crazy after the rain. All right, so coming here to this 12-inch screen, as you can see, this is basically a 12-inch digital screen, which incorporates your radio and also your AC controls, which I'm not a great fan of. I wish I had some manual controls for the AC, but they're not bad to do. As you can see, this is a dual zone automatic AC. We have your controls for your fan, which you can put up and down or just press it, but it's pretty intuitive, pretty easy to work out. We also have heated seats as well, both front seats on this convenience package that this SEL. We're not going to turn them on because it's quite hot already anyway. Other than that, we don't have no cool seats. We have just basically just regular ventilation. We have, as I mentioned, AC vents for the rear. Down here we do have manual controls for the standard AC or your radio. And the radio is not bad at all. This has got a basic speaker system that this Ford Edge has. Here we got your hazards. We got max AC for the defroster. We have the camera button as well, as you can see. Then we have a rear camera as well, which are actually lens. We'll look in a few moments. We do have some sensors here at the back. This is really cool. The camera does an excellent job. It's got some decently good graphics. Let's turn that off. We got manual controls here for your radio and all that. Down here we do have a wireless charging pad. If you can put that there, we do have a wireless charging pad that's going to charge my phone. We do have 2 USB connections. You see my phone that goes to that to charge. 2 USB connections. Here we have your dial up for your gear changes. Parking brake, we have your automatic on and off switch here. You can do that, and just a cup holders. Then here in the center armrest, we got a little bit of leather here raising us up. We got no type of connection, just basically more storage space, a little bit extra storage space, as you can see there. And that's about it, guys, here for this Ford Edge. Not much has changed at all in this past few years since this Ford Edge has been done. Here in the center screen, 3-inch displays on each side of the speedometer. We have basically a digital we have a digital tachometer, and you can scroll through different things you can do. We got tire pressures, we got your fuel gauge, we got a digital speedometer as well, intended all-wheel drive, which can tell you where you are, all kinds of things you can. We're just going to leave it on the tach. Of course, we got your fuel gauge, and we got also on this side, you can control this. But basically on this side, it's only for your radio and phone connections. That's all that gives you there, as you can see. So this still works pretty well. It's pretty decently modern, like the interior. I mean, you got the locale, gives you great visibility, and it's still a little fantastic SUV. So we got controls here for all your cruise control, and of course radio. Of course, we got the light controls here, and it's still pretty nice. You got controls here for your wipers and lights here, but overall, it's still a very decent looking SUV. And for about this one here is about $45,000, as we mentioned this one, so it's not cheap, but obviously it's pretty good size SUV, and for the money of what you get today, it's not a bad deal considering. Coming here, we got this optional panoramic sunroof, which is about $1,600. So we got some lights. You can see, guys, control for the lights. We do have also here all the controls for that, and we have also a sunglass holder there, as you can see. So pretty cool overall what I have here, and we also have a bit of link here for your garage door openers there, the home link there as well. So still a well-equipped SUV for what you get for the price. Now let's go. So as you can see, guys, the reverse cameras, and we got some directional lane. The reverse cameras got some nice graphics, are pretty clear. We do have sensors here on the bottom as well. As you can see, a little graphic shows that. It's pretty cool the way the graphics are. I really like that. There's a little Ford Edge there, pretty cool. And of course, you can also bring that and check out your hitch. Let's go out and head out and get to test drive this Ford Edge. Probably one for the last time, unless I get my hands on a 2024 ST model, which I probably will do, to send off that one as well. Now, I've always liked the Edge. The Edge is, I think, is one of the perfect kind of combos of power, size, and basically easiness of operation. This is a great little SUV. Even though it's older in the tooth, it still does very well. It still feels semi-modern with this 12-inch screen too. That kind of really helps. So let's bring this down a little bit, just to bring down the fan speed and the noise. Overall, it feels very light. It feels very agile. I mean, overall, the seats in the back are very comfortable. It's got plenty of space. I think in terms of, this is probably one of Ford's best SUVs in terms of, what you get for the money in terms of size, even though it is kind of long in the tooth in terms of design. I wish Ford did redesign and bring us a Chinese version over here, because I think it'll definitely be worth it. Let's head out this way and check out. Now, of course, as I mentioned, these are equipped with all-wheel drive standard on this models, and this 2-liter Ecoboost engine with 250 horsepower still feels pretty peppy. What I like about this one, they still feel pretty light. They're not super heavy SUVs. This thing turns pretty nice here. Really nice the way this feels, light on its feet, and it still feels really nice, and handles really. It feels really nice, kind of semi close to a Ford Escape in terms of lightness. The way it is not as modern or as good as a new Escape in the ST line Escape, but it's still an excellent SUV. Now, in terms of power, this is still a brand. It's only got 4 miles, guys, so I'm not gonna floor anything like that. The power plant is still plenty peppy. It's got good torque down low. You got 280 pound-feet of torque, pushing you, and it does get out of its way pretty quickly. The brakes itself, I love Ford pads. They have a really nice confidence inspiring from the beginning, and they get more progressive the more pressure you put in them. So I really love that. Overall, I love the visibility of this Ford Edge. It's really low. The cowl is really low, which really helps. Really has good visibility, and it's overall feels pretty fun. It feels pretty decently nice. Still, considering it's 10+ year age chassis, because I remember this is designed probably about 10 years ago, but it still feels pretty edgy. I like it. I mean, I think for the money, I mean, it's not the most modern, not the best, but I think this is an overall a great driving SUV. It still feels nice, and especially if you go to the ST model that had the higher power, the bigger brakes, I think that's a pretty fun model. Now, as I mentioned, all the screen here is really nice. You got the power, the volume here is easily reachable, as you can see there. We got all the controls. Now, what I'm not crazy about is you got to reach into the screen to get you to control your AC, which is not the best, but you're gonna get used to it anyway. But all the controls here, all the dials, all your screens here, and the little dents are all well lit. Really like it. So let's go ahead, guys, and give this thing a little bit of punch here. Now we're not in sport. Let's take it to sport mode here and see if we can get this going. So you can see revs a little higher, but this has got plenty of torque. It's getting up there. I like this. This is an excellent little engine. Really fun. It's got plenty of pep. It's pretty peppy. Very good power to this SUV. Of course, if you're carrying more people, it's gonna feel a little more, or you're in altitude. But this thing has got plenty of power. Plenty of fuel efficiency. You're looking at about 21 miles per gallon in the city, about 28 on the highway. So you got plenty of highway mileage if you're gonna take this on a long run. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty comfortable. Suspension is right on the perfect of firm, but not jerry or anything. It feels really nice. Very good feeling suspension. Let's go ahead and turn here. The brakes feel excellent, as you can see. Really nice. As you can see, I can feel them. Not you can see, but really good pedal firmness to the brakes. And this feels nice. It has good handling. It feels the right size. I really like this Ford Edge SEL. I wish they did a third gen of this one here. They can improve it and just kind of, because obviously we got the Ford. I know Ford's gonna do they're gonna update the Explorer for next year, but they're gonna do also an all-electric electric Explorer, which is coming up next year as well. And that's when this is gonna end production, because that same production plant, I don't know where, I forgot, I'll put it in the screen. They're gonna revamp that to produce the electric Explorer, if I'm correct. So that's what I think. That's it. Ford is definitely this is the last model year for this Ford Edge. If you guys want to get one, put in your order. You've still got time, as Ford has announced that till January of 2024 they're gonna be producing this one. So you probably can get your order done by the next 2-3 months. It should still be okay. But I really like it. Really nice SUV. The AC is blowing well. Got the engine feels torquey. The 8-speed automatic feels plenty of engaged and does shift very seamlessly as well. Great ride and pretty good gas mileage. So let's go. Well, we got plenty of pep here. We're in sport mode, and as you can see, yeah, this has got good. Yeah, this goes out of its way easily, very quickly. I like this one. It's got plenty. Love this little engine. It's got plenty of power, plenty of good power, and gets out of its way easily. And I like the lightness. I mean, the steering wheel is light. I'm just feeling it's light, but it's got that eagerness, and the SUV itself does not feel heavy. It's very sporting feeling. I like it. So we're gonna get into this corner a little bit more precarious and kind of brake late here a little bit and turn in. And the turning is, I mean, it doesn't feel heavy. Obviously you can tell if you push it, but the overdrive there helps you get out of the corner. You have to put traction down really nice, and this thing just tracks well. I mean, doesn't feel heavy in the corners. Wow, really impressive how this SEL, and even though this is no sport suspension, but I love the suspension tuning on this. It's not soft. It's not bumping you to death, or it's a suspension by no means. Ford really did a nice job to the suspension to this SEL, or this particular model. Now if you go to the ST, of course, it's going to feel a little more sporting, and that has definitely a much better suspension. There we got a nice new titanium, that's a SEL titanium, or not titanium, or a Ford Escape there. But brakes feel really constrained, inspiring. This thing turns really nice. I really like this Ford Edge. Really love the way it drives. Feels peppy, agile, feels playful. I really like this thing. Too bad Ford's taking this away. So let me know what you guys think of this Ford Edge SEL. I know a lot of people have Ford Edges and people like them. I like this thing a lot. It's got the right size, the right playfulness. The perfect engine for this thing. It's still plenty of good fuel economy, and it's got plenty of space inside, to be honest. So really enjoying this Edge. Too bad Ford's ending production in about less than a year. So let me know what you guys think of this Ford Edge. I really appreciate you guys watching. So in conclusion, I mean, for $45,000, it's still not a cheap SUV, but you get plenty of space, plenty of power. I think it's one of the best SUVs that Ford has in terms of space and power and abilities you can do. And I really like it. Even though the interior is a little bit dated, all this stuff, and of course the chassis might, but I think it still feels pretty good to drive. So let me know what you guys think. Give me a comment if you don't want one of these, if you like it. Let me know what you think. 2024 Ford Edge SEL, $45,000 for this thing. I mean, it's still a pretty decently good size and fairly priced for what it is, especially nowadays, what you get for SUVs. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys been enjoying this review of this Ford Edge SEL. I'll probably do one more review of this one here, an ST if one comes in, and after that it's going to be the end of the Edge for me as well. So just gonna keep you up on the new things. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.